how is it going? This is Amanda from Amanda Around the Globe, and today I am really excited to talk with you about how to save money in 2018. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you'll know that I am a minimalist, and that makes it really easy for me to save money. And I've actually changed my entire financial life since I became a minimalist about 2 years ago. When I first became a minimalist, I was in debt. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I honestly could not tell you where all my money was going. And now I spend way less than I make, and I've never stressed out about having enough money to pay for my everyday life and my bills and stuff like that since I become a minimalist. So I want to tell you guys today what I've learned about saving money, what budget I abide by now, and how I save a ton of money and how you can as well. So let's just get into it. One of my biggest tips for saving money is to automate your savings. What I do is I have an automatic withdrawal set up from my bank account so that every time I get paid, my savings or the amount of money that I want to save automatically goes into a savings account and I don't even see it. And it is also really helpful if you're new to this or you don't really trust yourself. It's really helpful to make that savings account at a different bank so that you can't even see how much money you have. And when you don't see your money, you don't really think about it as being available to spend anymore. So that's something that really helped me start saving money a lot quicker. I would say that's probably my biggest money saving tip. I do want to also go over budgets and how I budget to save a lot of money. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the 50-20-30 rule for budgeting, which is basically splitting your income into 3 different categories. So the 50% category should be going to your everyday living expenses, things that are absolutely vital to your survival, things like food, shelter where you live, and transportation to and from work. These are just things that you need in your everyday life. Things that don't count in this category are gym memberships, cell phone plans. Those are definitely not vital to your everyday survival. So if you can decrease this number from 50% to lower, you would obviously be saving some money there. But usually with the wages that we get paid these days and the cost of rent, it's not always easy to get that below 50%. So the next category is your savings, and that should be 20% of your income every month. If you aren't saving for a specific goal, this is a really good amount of money to be saving for your everyday savings. So this money can be going toward a rainy day like emergency fund, which I would recommend you keep at least $2,000 in. It could also be going to long-term savings like retirement. You can count any contributions to your 401k or Roth IRA in this 20%. You can be contributing to debt. If you have debt, this can be counting towards that. But if you do have debt, I would really recommend that while paying off your debt, you're also saving cash, because it's really important to have money set aside for an emergency fund just in case anything happens. You're not reliant on your credit card, because if you have to use your credit card for something that is an emergency and it costs like $2,000. If you would have saved that $2,000 before, then you wouldn't be paying interest on that $2,000, and the amount of interest that you could be paying on that could make it take so much longer to pay off. So I really recommend that you have some sort of emergency fund, and $2,000 is a really great number to set as a goal for an emergency fund. And then the next category in this is the 30%, which you probably could have guessed. This 30% should be going toward personal expenses, and this is where your cell phone, your gym membership, and all of those things come into play. So this is probably the most flexible portion of where your income should be going, and it can be going to anything that is something that you like to do. What I like to do when I am in massive savings mode is, or just like kind of in my everyday life, because I think minimalism really helps with this, really try to focus on figuring out what I really love to do. And so the things that I personally really love to do are, I love to go hiking, which is pretty much free. It just costs the transportation to get there, and I always bring my own food and snacks. I really love to go to the beach and just hang out there. And I also really love to go out for a good cup of coffee. Okay, I do also really like to have a date every now and then with Michael where we will go out somewhere and eat at a restaurant and just like be able to spend some one-on-one time together. I really like to spend money on those things. Michael and I go out to eat maybe once every 2 weeks. It's very rare, and we usually actually go out for breakfast. So that means that I get my coffee and my date in one. Out of those things, those are the things that I budget for. I don't really use the 50-20-30 rule in my everyday life because I'm honestly not gonna use 30% of my income on personal things because I just don't really do very many things that cost money. So this allows me to save a lot more money. To be honest, I probably, when I'm in like a really serious savings mode, I will work with more of a 50% for lifestyle, 40% savings, and 10% personal things kind of budget. And that gives me money to be able to go out for coffee. I only go out maybe 2 or 3 times a week at the most for a cup of coffee. That gives me money to get just absolute essential, very bare minimum cell phone usage, which would include text messaging, really light data, and really light phone minutes so that I can contact Michael if I need to, or I can use GPS if I need to. And other than that, I am able to just save a ton of money, and I usually do this for a short period of time and only when I have a really specific goal. So for example, one of my goals coming up is to be able to go on a trip that I don't want to say that I'm going on yet because I'm really excited about it, but I'm not totally sure it's going to happen. But I really want to go on a trip to this tropical island. I am in savings mode to be able to do that. So yeah, savings mode to me looks like spending my days off doing things that I love, whether it be making YouTube videos, editing photos, taking photos, going to the beach, going for a hike, or going out for coffee with a friend. Like, those are the things that I love to do, and most of those things are free. So just doing things like that in my spare time saves me a lot of money. Yeah. Whatever you love to spend money on, I know everyone's different. For me, it's travel. For someone else, it might be hair extensions. For someone else, it might be their car. For someone else, it might be like self-development workshops. Like, I don't know. But you can figure out the things that are important to you, and you can spend money on those and just still save money. And that's the thing that I really love about living a minimalist lifestyle. So yeah, I hope this video is helpful to you. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down below if you would like more money saving videos. I love to make videos that you guys like to watch, so I really would love to know what you guys want to see next. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!